Hello and welcome back to the Clean Shred YouTube channel. So today's episode is actually going to be different to what I had said it was going to be. I'm going to swap that one to our next episode. Today's episode was a requested one and it is going to be sharing with you guys what I eat in a day, and I'm going to try and catch as much of what Simon eats in a day as possible as well. So we'll show you guys sort of the normal things and talk to you about the normal things that we would eat most days, depending on sort of what training and all that sort of thing that we do. So today, as you've seen, I've just gone off to the gym and done a pretty tough conditioning session. I'm pretty red, hot and sweaty, so I'm about to get Indy and take her out for a bit of a walk, probably jump in for a swim, and then I'll get stuck into some breakfast. So I'll show you what I have for breakfast. Okay, so I'm about to cook myself some breakfast. This is what it's going to involve. Pretty simple, 3 eggs, a grated zucchini, and then I'm just going to add some of each of these sauerkrauts, and then a little bit of tahini on top. I'm going to cook it in organic butter. So as you can see, I literally just grate it up like so with a grater, and I just chuck it straight into a pan with a little bit of butter. I'm going to add some garlic and some salt and pepper into it, and it'll taste really nice. So in regards to carbohydrates, I always recommend that people do have carbohydrates in their post-workout meals, but for me today, I'm actually training again this afternoon, so I'm going to train at 5:30, and it's going to be more of a strength sort of based session, so my muscles are actually going to be a little bit more depleted after that one than they were this morning. This morning's session was basically just cardio. It was a conditioning session where I did boxing and then conditioning. So tonight's workout will warrant more of a post-workout carbohydrate refuel sort of meal, which I'm going to have at my mum's house. So I'll show you what she cooks for us then. She always cooks a nice healthy meal. So here is the finished product, nice and simple. My eggs are just sort of a bit of a scramble-y style, and I put a little bit of tahini on top of it, like I said, and there's my sauerkraut and cabbage there. So it's been a few hours. I just sat down and done a couple of hours of work since breakfast, and I'm just getting organized now because I'm about to head into Clean Shred for the rest of the day of work. I'm just going to basically pack and get organized for today and tomorrow. So I'm going to pack a salad for my lunch, and I'm going to pack some smoothies to have mid-afternoon. So my plan for my food today is that breakfast that you saw me eat, then I'm going to have my salad at about 12 o'clock, and then I'm going to have my smoothie mid-afternoon because I have a relatively late dinner, so that will tie me over, get me through my workout and through tonight. This is the ingredients needed for my lunches this week, so nice and simple. I've got avocado, purple and green cabbage, and carrot. So those are my favorites, the combo of those 3 plus some fats added in there. And then I've got tuna, which is in extra virgin olive oil. So this tuna is the one that I always choose because it's literally just in organic olive oil, and it doesn't have any vegetable or anything nasty in it, and it's wild caught, so it's a really good brand to buy. It is definitely a bit more expensive than the other ones, but this is definitely something that I always prioritize spending my money on as well. So this is also a tahini dressing that I made up yesterday. As you've seen, I had it at breakfast as well. I absolutely love tahini on everything, and it just makes your salads and everything taste so good. Here is all my chopped up ingredients. I only ended up using 1 carrot because my eyes are always bigger than my stomach, and then I have so much left over. So that's enough for 2 bowls. Here's my bowls. I always use glass ones when I'm going to be eating out of it. And then that one's plastic there, but that's just going to have my powders in it for my smoothie. Okay, and I'm done. So this is my salads. They're ready to go with my tahini dressing on them. As you can see, I put a pretty generous amount of that dressing on. I love it. It's super healthy, so it doesn't matter if I put a fair bit on it. We've got avocado in there, and then just some salt and pepper on top. And I've got my tuna with the olive oil to add when I have it. So I don't want to leave it sitting in there with the tuna in it yet. And then my smoothie here, which I'm going to have a quarter of an avocado in each of my smoothies. So that's 2 smoothies worth of powders. So just a quick explanation of each of the ingredients that I put in my smoothie. So I've got pea protein powder here, cacao, I just put like a teaspoon in each. I'll come back to this one. Cinnamon, and then a greens powder, and then my 2 magic ingredients. So it's a choc mint flavored smoothie. I put cacao nibs, just like a tablespoon is enough for 2. It makes it super chocolatey and crunchy, like gives it this really yummy sort of crunchy and chewy sort of texture. It's delicious. And then this one is the mint, so it's pure peppermint extract, and it's sort of like vanilla extract. You just need maybe like half a teaspoon of it. I just literally pour that in there. You can sort of see where I poured it. Make sure I shake shake it up, and it gives it a really nice mint flavour. So nice, and you can make anything chopped mint by using that. They come in different flavours like strawberry and things like that, but I just use the vanilla or the mint. So that's all the ingredients again: pea protein, cacao, mint, cinnamon, and then my super greens powder there, which you could omit obviously if you don't have that. Just the cacao gives it enough of a chocolatey flavour, and the cacao nibs that you don't actually need that. That's just a bit of a bonus there. And then I'll put a quarter of an avocado in each one as well. Okay, so as it always seems to, when I'm at work, things sort of got a little bit crazy and ended up having a little bit of a change of plan, and I ended up training at 4:30 instead of 5:30 and pushed my shake back, which I would usually have about 3 o'clock. I ended up pushing that back and had that after training. So as I was sort of explaining to you guys, it was meant to have avocado in it, and it was a protein and fat sort of smoothie, which is full of greens. I usually also put some zucchini in that, which I forgot to mention at the beginning, and I forgot to actually put it in today. So I like it with some zucchini, some actual greens in there. Sometimes I put some spinach or something like that as well, which you don't taste. It actually gives it, like, I think a zucchini, I just put probably half a small one or a quarter of a big zucchini in there, and it gives it this really nice sort of sweetness and texture, and it does not taste like greens at all. The spinach is the same, where you don't actually taste it. It almost gives a bit of a sweetness to it. But point of story here is I didn't end up putting avocado in it. I put a little bit of a carb powder, which I think is called UCAN, I can't remember. It's a non-GMO cornstarch, like a slow release carbohydrate powder. So usually I would put banana, but it didn't go with the ingredients in my shake, so I just stuck with a little bit of the carb powder today, and I didn't have the avocado in it because it ended up being a post-workout shake. So I swapped it over from being like a protein and fats and greens snack to being a post-workout shake. So I've just pulled up at my mum and dad's house, and I'm going to go inside for some dinner, and I'll show you what mum has made me. She always cooks up the goods. So mum cooked stuffed capsicums for dinner, which are so nice. They're really, really simple. It's just basically capsicums that are stuffed with brown rice and loads of veggies, sauteed in some herbs and spices and some chicken stock. And yeah, super simple, easy, healthy dinner. She always cooks really good recipes and really looks after Simon and I when we stay over at her house, because she lives nice and close to the gym. So we try and stay there pretty regularly. That's basically what we eat in a day, or what I eat in a day. We didn't really catch much of what Simon ate today, so we'll have to save that for a later video. But I stick to whole foods and clean sort of real food as much as I can. The only real processed things I have are usually things like your protein powders. I try and get nice clean ones, so it's a pea or a brown rice protein that I just get from the Source Whole Foods, I think is the place that I go to. It's just one of those sort of scoop Whole Foods places. The only other thing I would mention is that I have usually a coffee a day, which I have with almond milk. It doesn't make me feel jittery or anything like that. Generally, if people don't feel good or they feel jittery or, you know, way hyped up after coffee, I don't recommend it. But if it doesn't affect you too much, then I wouldn't be too worried about it, and I would just enjoy your coffee. I actually find coffee for me is relatively calming. It's usually that time of day when I actually get to sit down and have a couple of minutes to myself and just sit there and breathe after a hectic morning, because generally I'm working quite early in the morning, so I really like to have that coffee just to sit and enjoy it in the morning. It's not something that I need to wake up or anything like that. I think that's pretty much everything there is that you guys need to know about our food. I'll probably try and do something like this again later on and show you a little bit more of what Simon has, or what I might have on different types of days, and just show you some different varieties and different recipes and how I cook things, and different sorts of, as an example, a couple of different types of smoothies, and why I would have some smoothies with fats in them, some with carbs in them, and all that sort of stuff. So I hope you guys like this video. It's just a nice, short, simple one, just to give you guys a little bit of an idea of what I eat in a day. If you do like it, please give it a thumbs up, because it really supports our channel, and subscribe, and then you can keep up to date with any new episodes coming out. Thanks for watching.